Hello, and welcome back to Kim Reads. The next story in our 90s movie favorites is Mulan. Like a powerful dragon, the Great Wall of China winds its way across the land. It protects the country's farmland and villages, its family temples, and the miles of bright green rice paddies. All along the wall, soldiers stand guard. They don't suspect that this great barrier is about to be crossed by an army of Huns led by the ferocious Shan Yu. One afternoon, a young woman named Mulan sadly returned home from the village. Making a good marriage was the way Mulan was to bring honor to her family, but her meeting with the matchmaker that morning had ended in disaster. Her father, Fa Zhu, sat beside her. With kind, loving words, he assured his daughter that she, like the late blooming blossom that proves to be the most beautiful of all, would bring honor to her family in her own time. Boom, boom, boom. Suddenly a loud drum summoned everyone out of their homes. The Huns have invaded China, a messenger announced. One man from every family must have served in the imperial army. When the Fa family was called, Fa Zhu handed his cane to his wife and stepped forward. No, cried Mulan. She knew her father was as brave as he had been in his youth, but he was no longer strong. He would never survive a war. It had rained that night. Mulan went to the family temple, lit incense, and prayed to her ancestors. She made her decision. She would take her father's place. Mulan took Fa Zhu's sword and cut her hair short. Then she put on his armor. Disguised as a man, she rode her horse Khan into the storm. A tiny dragon named Mushu raced after her. He wanted to regain position as guardian of the Fa family. I'll make Mulan a hero. That will show the ancestors, he said. A lucky cricket named Cricky hopped along beside him. Mulan wasn't sure what to think about Mushu and Cricky, but she knew she needed all the help she could get. When Mulan reached the army camp, she reported to Captain Shang. Shang was the son of General Li, leader of the Emperor's army. It was Shang's job to train new recruits to be good soldiers. What's your name? Shang asked. Mulan made up a boy's name. Ping, she stammered. My name is Ping. So, Fa Ping means flower face, and it means for the camp effeminate, which is why Shang gives her such a bewildered look in the movie. Anyway, the recruits had trouble with training exercises. The most difficult test was retrieving an arrow from the top of the tall column. No recruit had been able to do it. Clever Mulan finally figured it out. How to use strength and discipline to get the arrow. Everyone cheered. One evening, Mushu and Cricky overheard Shifu, the Emperor's aide, talking to Shang. Your troops will never see battle, he said. This guy's messing with my plans, said Mushu. I think it's time we took this war into our own hands. So Cricky and Mushu put on a clever disguise and delivered a note to Chifu. Note read, you and your men are needed at the front at once. Shang set out immediately with his troops. Soon they came across a burned-out village that had been attacked by the Huns. We must go to the imperial city, he said. We are the only hope for the emperor now. The men trudged on. Suddenly, hundreds of flaming arrows flew down at them. Shan Yu's Hun army was charging toward Shang and his men. Fire the cannons, yelled Shang. Soon only one cannon was left. Mulan looked up at the snowy mountain peak and got an idea. She grabbed the last cannon and fired. The cannonball slammed into the mountain and shook the snow loose. An avalanche thundered down and swept the enemy away. Mulan leapt into her horse and raced across the snow to Aang, who lay unconscious. She lay him onto Khan's strong back. Khan skidded dangerously on the steep slope, but the others helped him put on the safely. When Shang came to, he noticed that Mulan had been wounded. She was taken to the medic's tent. Later, the army medic reported startling news. Ping was a woman! Serving in the army as a woman was a crime punishable by death. Shang spared Mulan because she had saved him. A life for life, he said. The troops marched off, leaving Mulan behind with Khan, Mushu, and Kriki. Mulan was about to head home in disgrace, but then she saw Shan Yu and 5 of his soldiers at the top of a cliff heading toward the Imperial City. They were still alive. Mulan and Khan galloped off to the city. They found Shang and they told the Huns that were on their way. Still feeling betrayed, Shang did not believe her. Later, during the victory ceremony, Shan Yu captured the emperor. Mulan saw Shang frantically trying to break into the palace. I've got an idea, she called. Mulan dressed her 3 soldier friends, Yao Ling and Shan Po, in women's clothes so they could fool the Hun guards. Shang followed them and they overpowered the guards. On the palace balcony, Shan Yu waved his sword at the emperor. Bow to me, he demanded. At Mulan's signal, the rescuers stormed into the room. The emperor was taken to safety. Shan Yu was furious. He charged toward Mulan. Mulan rushed to Mushu and told him her plan. She sent him off to Kriki to the fireworks tower. Mulan ran through the palace, making sure Shan Yu was following with her. Then she led them on the roof. Using her strength and speed, Mulan pinned Shan Yu's cloak to the roof with his own swords. Mushu arrived with a lit rock and jumped away as it crashed to the villain. Kaboom! A spectacular fireworks explosion dazzled the city. Shan Yu was no more. Mulan approached the emperor. You have saved us all, he said, bowing to her. He asked Mulan to join his council, but Mulan chose to go home to her family. Then take this so your family will know what you have done for me, he said as he placed his pendant around her neck. Soon Mulan was back home, ending a happy reunion with her family when Shang arrived. He realized that Mulan was a very special person indeed. Mushu was a guardian once more. Mulan had brought honor to her family, the ancestors, and all of China. And that's the end of the book. Thanks you all for listening. See you later.